Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. This is the HD remaster on the Nintendo Switch. This is a game that I purchased. It was supposed to be a budget game that was like $20 when it launched. I want to say it's a remake of it's a remaster of a PlayStation 2 game that I used to own way back before I started recording any sort of commentary. What's interesting about this game is that it makes very few enhancements over the original PlayStation 2 visuals. It's HD, but only nominally. It feels like they took the original PlayStation 2 game, increased the resolution, but kept the polygon budget similar. We're starting from the first save point because there's going to be a lot more combat here, and I want to show you how the game. I want to show you where the game's combat starts, where the first save point is, and then we'll do a flash forward. This is basically a flash forward. We'll flash back to how we got here. Config. This music's really loud. So what I'll do is I will show you where the first save spot is, then back out and show you how I got here. Where's the map screen? This is where you can save. So you can save your progress here. We'll just override it because I have a ground zero save. So let me show you where on the map we are. Then we'll get into a couple of fights and then we'll back out and show you how I got to this point in the game. Because it takes, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to spend like half an hour to an hour trying to find this spot. So I know a lot of people are going to be frustrated by that because I was frustrated by it. So I'll show you how I got here in just a second.
まずは外を目指すんだ。
Sure. We'll think about getting out alive. Although, aren't we dead? We're not keeping track of that. The map is over here. Press the X button. So we're in the underground facility. This is the first load screen. This is the first save area. So we'll get into a couple of quick fights, and then we'll reset the game. So I'll show you how I got to this point. So this video is going to last at least half an hour, because I at least want to help folks get to this part of the game. This dude will heal us. Apparently this game always had a cool vibe, but when I played it, I stopped playing it like after like 4 or 5 hours because it seemed really like technical. Not in a difficult way, like in a Resonance of Fate kind of way, but it was technical in a sense where the combat was simplistic, yet it seemed kind of puzzly. Because there were some enemies that required very specific strategies for defeating them, and they're not very intuitive. This game came out in the early 2000s when RPGs could be really experimental in the PlayStation 2 era, but they were also really weird. I think that's going to be fairly obvious to anyone who grew up in that era and played. You know me, I played a bunch of RPGs in the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2 era. This was one of them. I think I had my hands on Digital Devil Saga a while ago too. I might have already sold it. It's probably like $100 now. But I sold a bunch of games so I can buy my Xbox 360. And I think this must have been one of them. My memories of this game are so faded. It makes perfect sense for a game like this to get a remaster. That door's locked, so we'll go to the other door, I suppose. I think the PlayStation 2 game had dual stick controls, I'm not sure. You can use the D-pad to move around if you want. One's in the morgue, huh? Well, no one alive is in the morgue except for me. And I might be undead. I don't remember how to get out of here. Was it this way? Might have been this way. There's also random combat. There's also random encounters in this game, apparently, so... The other thing to keep in mind. Remember, this is a PlayStation 2 game, okay? How many PlayStation 2 games do I have on this channel? Obviously, some of my first videos on this channel were like from Odin Sphere. I think I did a bit of Dark Cloud 2, which I need to go back and play, to be honest with you. I remember wanting to play more of that eventually, and I think I might have sold it. It was one of those games I think plummeted in price at some point. I don't know why. It was one of those It was one of those RPGs I thought was going to hold its value for a while, and it didn't. But I sold it at some point, I want to say. I mean, I did not sell Valkyrie Profile 2 Silmeria, which I do have videos. I have videos of that game on this channel. But Silmeria is a game that skyrocketed in price just before Valkyrie Elysium came out in 2022, which is a shame because I think more people need to play it. But they might remake it. Valkyrie Profile got a digital remake in December of 2022. They'll probably end up buying once the price goes down. We'll see how it goes.
恋悪魔の
Well, we're gonna walk around and punch demons in the face in just a second. We're not gonna wander around too much. See? Random encounter. Or more of a pre-scripted encounter. There are not a lot of options at this point in the game. It's just punch and pass. Skip action at half the turn cost, or just press the X button for auto attacking. That's really all we can do at this point in the game. Music's pretty good, actually. That's your boy, T'Challa Bogard. He's okay. I leveled up, so I can please customize my stats. I can increase my maximum hit points. I can increase my maximum magic points, the mana. No. What does increasing strength do? No idea, maybe it increases my ability to attack. Agility? This game didn't come in the... Actually, this game come in the main? I want to say it did not. Let me look at my box. Normal... luck. Luck can mean anything in this game. So we'll increase our hit points, because duh. No. We're not going to keep this. This is just a preview. So we increased our maximum hit points. We still need to heal ourselves. I don't know who that is, so let's see what that's about. Is it like beast mode? Am I like unleashing fury or something? That gets built up over time like a Mob Psycho 100? Yeah, what if I said yes? I fully recovered. But again, I don't know what this actually means. The game never explains anything. Can be whatever I tried to do with the X button can be used here. Shady Surgeon. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna get into one more fight, then we'll start from the beginning. Because again, I want you to see how the flow of the combat is early in the game. Give me the loot. Yeah, apparently this game gets a lot harder later, and it gets a lot... As in harder, I mean as in fewer places to save. Which could be bad in a game where you have to heal yourself constantly. Again, not much you can do here, so just do auto-battling. I don't remember if auto-battling was a feature in the original PlayStation 2 game. Alright, so we got into a couple of fights. Y for the command menu. So what we're going to do is we're going to load from the beginning. We'll suspend here, but just so you know, you can't save anywhere. You have to save at that area we just left, or you have to suspend the game. And then like in Mario Golf or something, I think it was called. I think in Mario Golf they had like a suspend mode where you couldn't save scum. As soon as you loaded a suspend state, you couldn't. You had to suspend it. Get too loud. That was way too freaking loud. Good lord. Serves me right for going all the way back to the beginning of the game. Yeah, this voice acting is way too freaking loud. And let's make sure all that got saved, because again, I want to establish how we got to where I was. So we're gonna sort of trace a path from the very beginning of the game. We're not gonna skip many of the cutscenes here, but I at least want to give you some idea about how we get to this point, how much time how much time there is between the start of the game to the first save point. So you gotta. This isn't as bad as Persona 5. But give yourself about an hour to kind of settle into this game before you start digging into it deep. You can continue from suspend point. We're not going to do that here. We're going to load. We're going to start a new game. Like I said, I'm going to give you a feel for the vibe of this game. Purely coincidental. Of course.
やがて来る力をなくした世界。それは無へとただ向かうだけ。ならばその世界を救うため、その身を母の宿りへと返そう。世界はまた生まれるため死んでいかなければならない。これが古き予言書にあった最後の救いの道。世界はその罪で滅び、人は皆消えてゆく。でも君にはそうなってほしくないの。私はあなたの命をとどめておきたい。そのためには君の名前が必要なの。さあ、君の名を言って。
We're always T'Challa Bogard. I mean, there might be a more appropriate name, but the family name. Family name's gotta go first. T'Challa Beauregard might be fun. We'll worry about that later. So I got T'Challa Bogard's the main character. I got Callie Briggs is the lady we were just talking to. We're about to give her a different name. I haven't quite figured out what anime name I want to give her. Can I fast forward? No, I can't fast forward. I have to do it this way. If there is another way to skip, I don't know what it is. So we'll do it this way. That's how I know people are stealing my content based on these dumb names, I guess. Naki is in this game too, isn't she? Yeah, I think Naki is in this game. And my nickname was Panther, as you saw from earlier in the video during the combat sequences. So I think we'll be okay. So that or Lando Calrissian. Yeah, can I be Lando Calrissian? Well, maybe later. It's not now. So what are we doing here? Not Panthro, Panther. that actually might work too. Yeah, you can have your cheetahs and your lions and your tigers, but the panther must be black. Thundercats taught us anything.
そう、君はこれで滅びの時にもあなたは生きる力を失わないはず。それを信じて強く生きて。よかった、分かってくれたのね。もう時は迫っている。それはすぐに起きてしまうの。そして私は 次の世界を育むものとしてあるの。やがて来る世界を作るのが私の役目。さあ、私の名も呼んでみて。
I saw the never-ending story. I know how this goes. Yeah, I know. It's like yeah, it's like never-ending story. Yuko. We could call her Yuko, but wait, who am I thinking of? We could just call her Yuko, just to stick with the idea. I know. Just a second. But I can't go with Nomi Osaka. Who else do I got? Who else do I have? We'll go with Yuko. We'll stick with Yuko for now. Because she's like narratively important.
そう、私の名前は。ああ、私はもう世界の終わりにも涙を流すことはないでしょう。でも私は次に生まれる世界でも君を見ていたいと思っているわ。さあ起きて、もう時間よ。
駆け込み乗車はおやめください。ドア閉まります。
This does look like a PS2 game, doesn't it? Like they didn't improve the visuals that much. Or at least the polygon count didn't seem to be significantly enhanced. I don't remember how they remade it in terms. I don't know what engine they used. Like, was it Unity? I don't remember, but we'll see how that goes. Isamu Nita. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. I did this before. His name is Isamu, but he's Isamu Dyson, of course, from Macross Plus. IYKYK. If he's gonna call him Isamu, I might as well give him a name I'm familiar with. Isamu. Right? Don't be weird. Oh, there's no music here, huh? Okay, fine. We'll be fine. I'll just yammer. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, no private counseling. Dress to impress. What, you say my hoodie isn't dressed to impress? Wait, I'm supposed to hold on, give me a second. I don't remember changing the camera controls. I can't change the camera controls. Okay, the camera controls were improperly changed. I don't remember when that happened. Oh wow, an actual commuter. Yeah, so I can't invert the x-axis because I'm trying to rotate the camera the American way, not the Japanese way. Because for some reason the Japanese inverted the horizontal rotation on the camera. So you press the camera. I think if you're on the right stick, you press the left, and the camera looks to the right. Like in America, you press to the left, and the camera rotates to the left. But in the PS2 era, this was a thing. Apparently, the Japanese would invert the x-axis, the horizontal axis, because apparently they were used to the inverted horizontal controls. I don't know why it's a thing. Shibuya, yeah, Shibuya roll call. We're not going to Shinjuku again. I saw that anime. I don't want to go to Shinjuku. That Demon City anime. So there's the map. We can't go anywhere else. Yeah, we can't adjust the controls. That's really lame. There's no real ambient noise either. Not that I'm complaining. It probably fits the mood. We can't go this way, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, I can't go that way. I think the Y... I need to invert the Y and the X. This is kind of absurd. It's too bad the game won't let me do it. Yeah, no, I can't go to a menu screen. The game doesn't give me access to a menu screen at this point in the game. And I'm sure lots of Shin Megami Tensei stands are like, oh yeah, it enhances the mood. I'm like, I just want to turn the camera around. I'm not trying to like fight the controls to get some mood. Oh, this was in Persona Revelations, if you remember that game, which I play on this channel, the PlayStation 1. I will go back and play more of that game later, but it's such an oddball. Playing that game always feels like playing for the first time. Yeah, don't be a creep. Even though this is a Japanese RPG from the early 2000s. Yeah, no one ever believes shabby vagrants. Of course everything's been closed off. It's a Japanese RPG. You gotta gate the content somehow. Sup, boy? I wasn't paying attention. No. It's just a rumor, but you know. This game was made in the era before Twitter and Facebook, I guess. So I guess it would have been a MySpace rumor. So there was a ride in Tokyo, huh? Did the demon involve Akira by chance? Yeah, there's always a hospital in these Persona games, huh? Something's always going down at a hospital in Persona games, huh? Sounds like an arrangement of the... I don't remember the original music in the PlayStation 2 game. But it is very good. Yeah, I'll leave them be. This game's rated M for mature situations, I guess. Partial nudity, sexual themes, strong language, and blood. Suggestive themes? Nope, just sexual themes. I think it's gonna get demonetized. Kids these days. And the sign says, long-haired hippie people need not apply. Yeah, have fun spreading rumors about your toxic boyfriend. Everyone in this city needs too darn thirsty. Everyone needs to take a cold shower. The thirst is Saharan in this town. So we're here in Shinjuku. Like I said, we're all bad anime movies eventually. All bad anime stories eventually wind up. Here we go. The medical center. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong in the Shinjuku Medical Center? the Demon City Medical Center. You know that anime about the dude who looks like M. Bison? With the, what is it, the satanic symbol on his head? The pentagram on his hat? The pentagram on his hat? What do you mean no one's here? I thought I was supposed to go in here. Now I'm already lost. I've played this game before and I'm already lost. That vintage style. Okay, so now I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I thought I was supposed to go to the hospital. This music's pretty dope. I dig it. It's like drive around music in Virtual Fighter 4's World Tour mode. Did I miss talking to somebody? Yeah, where's Yuko? That doesn't involve me. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm supposed to investigate something here. I'm examining. Yeah, what are we examining here? That guy doesn't look like a newscaster. He looks like a character in a Persona game. And now the sports. Tokyo lost again in the international soccer tournament. Japan took another L in the World Cup, I suppose. Okay, where am I going? I could have swore I did this right the first time I played. Now I'm all stuck. I was trying to show you all where the save point is. Now I'm already gone half an hour and I don't know where I'm supposed to go. We already did this part. Hold down the X button so you can do some auto skip. Wait, am I supposed to go here? Yo, Yogi. Yeah, I forgot to go here. That was the problem.
公園を丸ごと封鎖とはな。現場写真の一枚も撮らせん気か。どうかしてるぜ。ん？俺に何か用か？テレビじゃこう言ってるな。企業と市民団体の衝突で死者の出る騒動に。でも裏の世界じゃこう言われてるよ。姿を変えた闇の勢力同士の争いとな。ん？鳴ってるのお前のじゃないか？
もしもし、私よ。やっと連絡がついたわ。何やってたのよ、もう。彼ならともかく君が遅れるなんて何かあったの？今どこ？代々木公園？ね、あんまり遅いからあいつと病院に来ちゃった。もう悪いけど直接病院へ来てね。あ、場所わかる？新宿衛生病院。新宿駅から東へ歩けば見えてくると思うから。まあいいわ。私先生と進路について話したいと思ってるし先にやってる。そうね、遅くなるの嫌だしそうして。それじゃ。
ちょっと待て。 お前新宿衛生病院へ行くのか？次の行き先も一緒とはね。これも何かの縁か。
First, how did he know I was going to Shinjuku? Was he eavesdropping on that phone call? He was eavesdropping.
これをやるよ。まだ発売前なんだけどな。お前ここで会ったことを知らないんだろ？
Wait, isn't this the plot to Folklore on the PS3? Yeah, you're that guy from Folklore. You're from the cult magazine.
ならこれから行く病院がどういう場所かってことも知るまい。聖記者の特集ガイア教と弥勒経典読んでおいて損はないぜ。
Ayakashima. So it's like the weekly world news, except it's monthly. Does it involve
オカル
Bat
トの出
Boy?
る幕じゃないと思うかもしれんが。
But if it's in Shinjuku, maybe it is. Maybe it is associated with the cult.
どっこい。あそこはそういう場所なのさ。なんてな。この世界じゃガセネタもよくあることだ。違ってたら笑って許せや。
Yeah, I'm sure your magazine won't be spreading any of that misinformation around, will it?
それじゃあな。また会うことがあったら記事の感想でも聞かせてくれや。
They got. He probably has a future in the. Was he in that Weathering with You movie that Makoto Shinkai did? Yeah, he had like a publication where he like did like stories about weather girls, like girls who can control the weather, that kind of thing. ESP, tarot reading, that kind of thing. Weathering with You did have a very good dub, actually. They put a lot of money into that Weathering with You dub, so I appreciated that, although I saw it in Japanese, obviously. I have more to say about that movie another time, but let's just say it's a mess. But it looks good, which is what matters.
ああ、ようやく来たのね。ねえ、聞いてよ。この病院、ちょっと変なのよ。
Yeah, everything looks like a PS2 game.
人が誰もいないの。ただの一人もよ。
And that.
見て、受付まで空っぽ。
I thought it was a limitation of the technology. You can't have a bunch of, NPCs wandering around a city in a game this old.
なんだか不気味でしょ。やだな。
At least not with this polygon budget.
今、彼に先生を探してもらってるとこ。でも、なかなか戻ってこないのよね。こんな時ぐらいちゃんと働いてほしいんだけど。
He's probably goofing off with Yuko.
俺、何その雑誌。
Yeah, I guess it's like the epic news. They got you should read their story about 15-minute cities. I'm sure it's not spreading any misinformation or anything.
知らない人にもらった？
That's my political commentary for the day.
バカね。そんなのと関わると面倒になるわよ。
Idiot. You should know better than that. What little Japanese I know what baka
月刊あ
means.
やかし。聞かない名前ね。
I know very little Japanese, but I know what baka means.
やだ、オカルト雑誌じゃない。こんな時にやだな。でも、時間つぶしくらいにはなりそうね。あ、ねえ、彼探してきてよ。先生が見つかんないんなら、こんなところ早く出たいし。多分病室のある上の階にいると思うわ。
I'm for real. That I can't wait another minute.
私はここで待ってるから。
I can't wait
あ、
another
この雑誌は借りるわね。
それじゃお願いね。
But I can't wait another minute. I can't wait another minute. Oh, you know. Sorry. I wasn't listening to what she said. Okay, was that mint condition or high five? I think it was mint condition. Because what does that say? Was it mint condition, high five, Boys to Men, new edition, or Belle Biv DeVoe? I'm pretty sure it was mint condition, but you know. Not very appropriate for a game like this. Okay, you're gonna have to wander around a bit. We're gonna come back to the roof a bit later. I want to show you the roof. We're going to the penthouse. Woo, woo, raise the roof. And no one's here. But this is a Japanese RPG horror game set in the modern day, so something will inevitably happen on the roof. Something dark and mysterious, one presumes. I'm supposed to wander around and look for stuff, but I don't remember what I was looking for. So we'll just go to the auto map. I still can't go to the freaking menu. I'm trying to press the Y button. I can't go to the menu. Because I can't invert the controls. No. Why would I want to invert the controls on a video game from 2004 from Japan? I'm totally used to this. I don't remember ever, like, changing any of the default settings. Maybe I accidentally changed some settings I didn't expect to. That's just frustrating. Again, the only reason I'm doing this is to get to the point where we started off the video. We're circling back around. Yeah, the music is good. We're not leaving. You're not leaving. We can't we leave at this point? Unless we can. We can't do anything while we're outside. What's the point? We're gonna look for a side mission. We can just chill and vibe. Yeah, I can't interact with anything. This sounds like an arrangement of the music that would have been in the PlayStation 2. I mean, the PlayStation 2 is capable of some very high quality music, obviously. They didn't need to resort to rendering, but to a streaming, but obviously there's some very good soundtracks in the PS2. Final Fantasy 12, Zodiac Age, Dragon Quarter. Yeah, most of Sakamoto Hitoshi's soundtracks, the best ones are on the, well, not all of them. But he did a lot of music on the PS2, Odin Sphere. What was it? Dragon Quarter, Breath of Fire, that was one of them. Any other really good ones I'm forgetting? Door Won't Open, of course. Door Won't Open, of course. There's some stairs around here so we can get to the second floor. Yeah, off the top of my head, I used to know way more about... I know more about the PlayStation 1 era music than I do PlayStation 2 era music. Uh-oh. Something narratively important just dropped. That guy must be important. Let's follow him. I'm supposed to go this way. Didn't I see this place in Boogie Pop Phantom? The entire vibe of this game is just... This is a strangely, queerly depopulated area, and it's all intentional. Like, in the PlayStation 2 era, most areas like this were strangely and queerly depopulated. These are baked lighting effects, I think. But I don't have the PlayStation 2 version anymore, I don't think. But I can pull out some of my old... I don't have any videos, though, that's the other problem. I can watch some old YouTube videos and compare how the original game looked. I want to say Digital Foundry did a video of this remaster just to kind of compare it to the original game. But again, this isn't a game where you need like 60 frames a second, but this very much looks like a game that could run on a laptop. So if this game came out on Steam for like $10, yeah, you'd probably buy it. You could also probably play it on an emulator. It wouldn't significantly change the experience. Like, it's one of those games, you know what I mean? can't tell if I already came here before. I wasn't paying attention to the... There's no reason to go here. Let's just go upstairs. Let's go back to the elevator and go upstairs. Let's not complicate things. Turn around. Go west. No, wait. Is that a dead end? I think it's a dead end. Go west. Yeah, go west. Yeah, this way. So I can open all these doors at least. Not there's anyone in here. What? Well, there is someone in here.
んだよ、驚かせるなよ。突然音立てたらビクッとするだろう。もう遅れてきたくせにこんなことするか普通。もうまあいいや。それにしてもあれだよ、誰もいないだろ、綺麗さっぱり。ちゃんと先生に電話して確かめたんだぜ。入院してるの新宿衛生病院だって。案内も何もなしにこんなだもんな。さっぱりわけわかんねえよ。やばいウイルスが逃げ出したなんてことはないよな。先生のいそうなところは一通り回ったつもりなんだけど、どこか他にいるのかな。ま、いいや。俺、一旦あいつのとこ戻って確認してくれよ。待たせたからまた怒ってるかな。へえ、お嬢さん育ちの相手は大変だわ。じゃあな。しかしまあ、やばいことになってなきゃいいけどね。
I don't think the word S-Storm translates directly to Japanese. They probably just came up with a stronger term to describe the magnitude of how messed up things are going to be. Again, a localizer who picked up on the Japanese, who picked up on the original Japanese would say, okay, let's find a term that's appropriate for the word you just used. I didn't pick up on the word, obviously. So I'm curious how that would happen. I'm curious what the original word meant and how the localizers modified it. Because depending on whom you ask, I mean, a lot of traditional Japanese conversation doesn't include what we would call, you know, profanity. Again, it depends on whom you ask, but you know, we get very colloquial when it comes to our profanity, as I'm sure you know.
Oかえりなさい。ねえ、これの関東に載ってる特集ガイア教と弥勒経典ってや、ちょっと気になること書いてあるの。ガイア教団とかいう悪魔を拝んでるカルト集団があってね、この日本によ。その人たちは弥勒経典っていう予言書みたいなものを信じてるらしいの。予言書には世界に混沌が訪れるみたいなことが書かれてて、教団はそれを本気で実現させようとしてるんだって。混沌ってのがテロか何かを指すのか、それともただの世まい事なのか、まだ詳しいことは分かってないらしいけど、でも
先生いないよ。男子トイレまで探したんだぜ。
いやーね、もう戻ってくるなり。今真面目な話してるのよ。ちょっと黙ってて。でね、ここなんだけど、新宿の東に位置する某病院、 ここに彼らの計画を解く鍵が。
で、待て次号なわけね。その病院っての意外とここかもよ。この新宿衛生病院、実は怪しい話があるんだよな。人体実験やってるだとか、霊視した霊媒師が逃げ出したとか、カルトの息がかかってるってのもあったな。
そうなの？私何も知らなかった。やだ、来るんじゃなかったな。こんなとんでも雑誌の記事なんて鵜呑みにする気はないけど、でもこの病院明らかにおかしいわよね。
先生のこと心配になってくるな。しょうがない、もうちょっと探そうぜ。何にもなきゃ何にもないでいいわけだし。なんかね、分院があるみたいなんだよ。2階から行けるところ。俺そこら辺当たってくるわ。はいこれ、お前は地下を探してきてくれ。
カードあるならあんたが地下探せばいいじゃん。それとも怖いの？
怖くなんかないってのは。どうせ地下になんか先生はいないから代わりに頼むの。お前は先生がいないことを確認してくれれば OK。 出会いを果たすのは俺の役目。じゃあな、何かあったらすぐ逃げろよ。
まったくもう調子いいわね。でも正直私も先生のこと心配だわ。もう少し探してみましょう。
They don't even bother to make sure the lip sync's any good. They just kind of like make the lip movements very subtle, like extremely subtle. I mean, it's fine. I don't remember this much spoken dialogue in the original PS2 game, but again, my memories of that game are extremely fuzzy, like super freaking fuzzy. And again, we can't go anywhere because I mean we're stuck here inside this dungeon hospital with no random combat. Actually, no, we can leave. It's just that there's no reason to leave except to hear this dope music. Music in this game is very good so far, actually. That was one part I did not remember from the original PlayStation 2 game. I mean, in fairness, listening to modern video games with headphones does make music more prominent than it would have been back in the day when I played this game on a CRT. That's how old this game is. Remember, I played my first PlayStation. I played my first Xbox 360 games on a CRT. I played Skyrim on a CRT. That's how old. That's how recently I played these games. Or at least that's how long I kept my CRTs around. That's what I mean. I don't have any like fuzzy memories about what it was like to play on a CRT. I was playing video games. I played my first PC games on a CRT back in the mid 2010s. When I got my first video card, when I was playing Shadow of Mordor on a CRT. I played Arkham City on a CRT in 2016. It was I played, what was it? I played I know I played Mad Max and like I don't remember how long it was before I got rid of that CRT, but at some point it was like, come on. Yeah, we're gonna stay here on a second. Where's the elevator? It's probably on the other side. It's probably on the south side. We're supposed to be going to the elevator. Yeah, right here, right? Oh, haven't been here before. Guess I missed that. This is an elevator, isn't it? This is the roof. Raise the roof, woo! Of course I don't have an annex. But yeah. We'll have to go to the basement to get the annex card, right? So you press the B button to rotate the camera at 180 degrees. That's a nice touch. I mean, yeah, I mean, sure, you could make this game on an RPG Maker MV, I'm sure, like on the top-down view, you know. Like, yeah, the whole idea is to, like, keep the charm of, like, this dungeon exploration, I guess you could say. So how do I get to the elevator? Go southeast. But don't go down the first passageway. Go down the second hallway. This one. Yeah, this one. This is a dead end, right? Yeah, it's a dead end. Yeah, baked lighting. But it works. I mean, look. It works. I maintain that, you know, the polygon budget of a good PS2 game, like a Metal Gear Solid, with a bit more detail, obviously. Like, something in between, like a PS2, a GameCube, and an Xbox 360 would be fine for a lot of modern games if you don't have a big budget. If you're stuck using Unity, you might as well keep the polygon budget manageable. We're gonna go to the north. We're gonna go north. I'm trying to remember where the elevator is. And again, this freaking controls. There's no menu, so I can't change the controls, and I can't invert the camera controls. It's really stupid. We need to go north, not south. North. So we're going this way. That elevator. I'm a dope. I should have gone this way the first time. So we're going to the basement to grab the whatchamacallit, then we gotta go to the roof. So head to the basement, get the go through the gate, then raise the roof, and then we'll end the video. It'll probably be 20 minutes from now. But I do have the key cards. That's what I needed. Yeah, it's break into stuff. Woo! We're investigators, kids. We're like Encyclopedia Brown. We're the Encyclopedia Brown of Tokyo. Encyclopedia Black. T'Challa Bogart. The Encyclopedia Brown of Wakanda. I mean, he is basically African Batman. He's the Black Batman. He's Marvel's Black Batman, although the movie was a little bit shaky about, like, what he... Eerie sounds, huh? Think we should go in? It's a video game. You gotta go in.
誰かね。今になって静寂に水を差すとは困ったものだ。知っているかね。4月は残酷な季節。そういった詩人がいる。不毛な大地を前に冬眠から目覚めねばならないからだ。思えば人類の世など不毛なばかりだった。めしいた文明の無意味な膨張。繰り返される流血と戦争。数千年を経てなお脆弱な歴史の重ね塗りだ。世界はやり直されるべきなのだよ。救いは弥勒経典にある。今日はその予言の成就される日だ。古い世界は黄昏に沈み、新たな世界が生まれる。君は何者だね。公園の粛清劇を生き残った同胞というわけでもなさそうだ。彼女の知人か。なるほど、ここは病院だったな。見舞い客というわけか。だが蟻の穴から包みが崩れるということもある。
少し不憫な気もするが、消えてもらおう。何、恐れることはない。この世界の住人皆がもうすぐ君の後を追うことになる。少し早まるだけのことだ。愚かな。運命に逆らえはしない。
やめなさい。
うん。
ほんの彼一人をなぜ見逃してあげられないの？この程度のことで計画は揺るがないはずよ。
事の大小ではありませんよ。私は計画に例外を許すつもりはない。
彼を助けてくれないなら私はもうあなたに協力しません。
困った巫女だ。まあ、教え子の面倒は教師に任せるとしましょう。今すぐ部屋を出て行ってください。私はこの幸福な終わりを一人静かに迎えたいのですよ。
屋上で待っているわ。あそこなら街がよく見渡せる。その目で確かめにいらっしゃい。これから世界に起こる出来事を。
So we had to deal with that bit of lore dumping. Oh, there are exclamation marks now. Still no menu options. Maybe in the first hour of the game, it'll reveal those menu options to me. That's how sad this is. Well, like I said, let's raise the roof. It'll be another 10 minutes before we can actually end the video. Go to the end of the hall and turn left. That's where the next exclamation mark is. Now what?
どうかなさいましたか、坊ちゃま。あのものが気になるんでございますか？そうでございますか。それはそれは。でも今は忙しゅうございます。後にいたしましょう。
Well, let's raise the roof. Woo! Party on the roof, you're not invited. I mean, yeah, party on the roof, we're gonna go see the end of the world. I'm sure there's a song in there somewhere, or a movie reference. Just can't think of it off the top of my head.
来たのね。さっきは間に合ってよかった。君が悪魔にやられなくて。あの人の氷川の話を君も聞いたでしょ。間もなくこの世界は混沌に沈むの。それが呪胎。人がかつて経験したことのない世界の転生よ。
So it's like a great reset?
今この病院にいない人間はみんな命の明かりを落としてしまうわ。
No comment.
こんなやり方、きっと誰も許しはしないでしょうね。でも今のまま老いた世界を生きながらえさせても、いずれ力を失ってしまう。世界はまた生まれるため、死んでいかなければならない。その罪を背負うのは私だけど、後悔はしていないわ。最後に決まった運命で君はここにたどり着いた。これで君は受胎を生き残るわ。でももしかしたらそれは死よりずっと辛いことかもしれない。だけど私は君を信じてる。ねえ、私に会いに来て。たとえ世界がどんな姿に変わっても、私が力になってあげる。これから訪れる世界で、私は巫女として創世の中心をなす。きっと君に道を示してあげられるわ。わかってる。理解できないことだらけよね。でも今はもう時間がないの。いい？もし君が自分の力で私のもとへたどり着いたなら、その時には教えてあげる。すべての疑問の答えを。そして私の本当の心の内を。
我が世界へ入りたる者よ、お前の心を見せよ。
Yeah, the black hole stone was pretty cool, wasn't it?
おお、お前の心には何もない。断りの芽生えすらない。それではできない。世界を創造するものとはなり得ない。いいか、そして探すがよい。お前は何者かにならねばならぬ。
I don't mind stealing bread.
恐れ多くも坊ちゃまはあなたに興味を持たれています。人に過ぎない哀れなあなたに特別に贈り物をあげようと申しております。
I wish that you could learn some manners.
あなたはこの贈り物を受け取らなくてはなりません。動いてはいけません。痛いのは一瞬だけです。
これで君は悪魔になるんだ。
Pretty sure I saw that in the Matrix. Maybe that's where the game got it from. I got
悪魔の力を宿せし、災いなる魂、マガタマ。
got these cool jogging shorts though.
これであなたは悪魔となったのです。
Kept my shoes. Lost the shirt though.
坊ちゃまはいつも見ておられます。くれぐれも退屈させることのないよう。
Marogare? Marogare? From the command menu. Well, it means the main menu, obviously. Now I can actually change the settings. There is a save spot here. You can suspend the game here like we did earlier in the game. So I'll show you where the save spot is, but we're not going to save our progress here, because what have we really done? There's your Magadama. Let's see. So this is where you increase your experience. Okay. What will you ingest? Imparts physical skills and skills normal resistance. I've already ingested it. Okay, so I'm fine. Alright, so I mean that's what's going on. I don't have a party yet. Stats. No stats report. Configuration. Watch this. Invert Y-axis. Invert X-axis. That sounds like an excellent idea. Because I can't invert, it doesn't make a difference here because this room has a fixed camera. Let's at least go to where the save spot is, so we can end the video. See, I promised you I'd show you how we got to this point. See, this feels normal to me. On the right stick, press left to look left, press right to look right. Makes perfect sense, right? Apparently the Japanese like to invert it, and I never understood why. Again, I guess they had a different design paradigm over there than we did over here. Don't know where it came from, though. Or maybe like Nintendo of America or Sony of America started emphasizing different camera controls. Again, they weren't set in stone in the early 2000s. I want to say it wasn't until Saints Row and I want to say it wasn't until like Saints Row, it wasn't until the 360 era that dual stick controls with proper camera, got perfected, I would argue. Of course, by the time Skyrim came around, they were second nature to most people. So it took a while, but we finally solved the 3D camera control problem. Like the whole, where should the camera be? How close should it be? How close should it follow behind the character? Like how high should it be? How low should it be? What happens if it gets stuck in the walls? Like, in other words, all those annoyances basically got fixed right around the late 2000s, early 2010s. Because if you don't believe me, try to play a PlayStation 2 game now and see how the dual stick controls are. This is a safe spot.
誰だ？お前、まさか公園だった小僧か？
Aren't you the creepy guy I met at the park?
その姿は一体。
Well, demon's name, I suppose. I'll just say I'm not sure myself.
そうか。とりあえず意識は元のままらしいな。やれやれ、何がどうなってやがる。いきなり目の前が光に包まれて気がついた時にはこの部屋だ。その辺を回った感じじゃどこかの病院らしいが、お前がいるってことは衛生病院か？とにかくだ。外の様子を知ろうにもおちおち歩くことさえできん。お前もう出会ったか？人じゃない、悪魔とだ。俺に起きたことといい、お前のその姿といい、警察やらを当てにしてる場合じゃないらしいな。ち。
We can call the Yu Yu Hakusho Ghost Patrol, right?
こいつは真面目に可能性を考えるべきかもしれん。
They were ghost cops, as I recall.
とてもにやかには信じられんが、ここが衛生病院だってんならありえない話じゃない。東京受胎、本当に起きたのかもしれん。このドラム缶みたいなオブジェには見覚えがある。こいつは氷川の秘蔵の品だったはずだ。間違いねえ。すべての鍵はあの男が握ってる。このまま話してても拉致があかん。お前、戦う力があるなら調べてくれ。部屋の外の思念体と話したところで何も分かれしねえ。世界がどうなっちまったか、他に生き残った人間はいないのか。とにかく誰かに出会うことができれば何か分かるはずだ。残念だが俺には悪魔のいる場所を歩き回れる力はない。それにこのオブジェについて調べたいこともある。当てにしてるぜ。よろしく頼む。
I figure there's some internal dialogue my character could have, but since this is like a Chrono Trigger-like protagonist, I got nothing to say. I'm just going along with the story at this point. But the other characters are interesting. I'm just kind of like a pawn getting shuffled around the story's universe, unfortunately. What are you gonna do?
俺のことなら心配いらん。第一、ついていったら足手まといになる。なに、俺だってこんなところでくたばる気はないさ。そのためにもこいつを調べてるんだからな。さあ、早く行け。
I think the audio is pretty compressed, so unfortunately you'll probably, it sounds kind of scratchy on the high end, which I can hear in my earphones. So that might be a bit of a problem with the compression, with the audio compression they're using. We'll back out.
まずは外を目指すんだ。頼りにしてるぜ。
Okay, so we're gonna end the video here because this brings us back to where we started. So I wanted to show you where the first save spot is, and that was it. So, we made it past the first hour of the game, even though we got lost for probably like 20 or so minutes, but whatever. I did what I promised. So we'll be coming back to play more of this game later, I assume. I'll probably end up giving up the same point I did earlier. But like I said, I own this game now, and it's pretty affordable. I got this cartridge for like $15 with store credit. I think it costs less than that. And I think GameStop is selling it for like $20 new. So I mean, If you're looking for an RPG, well, there are far easier ones to buy. But in terms of like affordable Japanese RPGs on the Switch, this was very well regarded in the 2000s. I'm not sure how people are going to feel about it now because apparently it gets very difficult. But if you're willing to blow about $10 on a really weird Japanese RPG and you're feeling experimental, this game has a vibe I think you're going to dig. I dig it. I'm not sure if the game's going to be any good, but the story sounds interesting. So all you Persona 5 fans are probably going to want to go back in time and see what this franchise was doing before all of that. Shin Megami Tensei was reasonably popular back in the 90s in Japan. It always got this kind of creepy cult vibe going on here in the States as a result of its weirdness. And of course, when Persona Revelations came out on the PlayStation 1, it made an impression on JRPG fans like me who saw all these non-traditional mechanics kind of jumbled together into this really bizarre game that's still worth playing now if you're willing to go along with its sort of off-kilter vibe. Music's very good, so that's good, and I think they did a pretty good job on the dialogue too. So that's gonna help sell this game to a newer audience that wants a more story-driven RPG. But no, this is not a game about anime. It's not a game about declaring anime powers and declaring your special moves and studying the blade and the power of friendship. It's not that kind of anime game. It's that creepier horror vibe that's probably going to work for most people. Recorded this audio with my Scosche earbuds into an audio splitter into the J5 Create USB-C capture device. Quad-core Windows 10 laptop. Recorded the footage at 60 frames a second. I'll probably put it up at 60. You only need 30, but I guess I'll put it up at 60 so you get some idea about how it moves. But I'll put subsequent videos up at 30 frames a second, it looks like. It's 720p, but unlike some of the games I've been playing recently, text is perfectly nice and legible. Funny how that works. This has been Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. It's the HD remaster on the Nintendo Switch.